Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be touching up on the community of San Diego and how it's changed and how it's actually approached by immigration and immigration going across the board as through border patrol and a little bit on actual ICE. So in San Diego, there are trolleys. Trolleys basically, it's a version of a subway, but it's not underground. It travels throughout the main points of San Diego and East County. They're working their way up north, but that'll be a train, almost like a commuter train that goes from San Diego to Orange County. And this actual trolley connects to the port of San Isidro, right to the front door, actually. So when you have these types of commuter, people have a tendency to use them to go to work in the morning from crossing the border in San Isidro. So one tactic that they tried to use was to have border patrol agents actually ride the trolley and ask for documentation. Well, that didn't last long. I can tell you right now, the people of San Diego will not tolerate that, and they will stand up for it. It doesn't matter what color or race you are going to defend your fellow man. That's straight across the board. You do have some East County factions that won't agree, but we'll get to that in a while, in a couple of minutes. Another place where they try to actually enforce immigration, there are certain, not mills, but actually home improvement centers throughout the county. And a few of them, they do not allow it because of city code, but others you can find at any time during their normal business hours, day labor hanging outside across the street, anywhere, but not on the actual property of the center, but anywhere nearby, you'll find enough workers for the day job, and there are quite a bit of actual contractors that will contract these day laborers throughout the week. Again, they tried the tactics of enforcing immigration, and the result was that the majority of them workers were actually working under the table for cash due to having money to for child support, alimony, and so forth. That's what the majority of them were actually working for cash during the day through the day labor. So that didn't work out. Another type would be an actual raid on an actual plant, whether it be eggs, any kind of a farm, any kind of agriculture, but that is very, very rare because they know that people will not let that, they will not allow that. And agencies, they tend to pick and choose their raids. Another uh, big employer would be the actually hospitality industry. And what I'm about to tell you is actually the true fact. But as you tend to hire for your housekeeping, for your maintenance, for your cleaning departments, there happens to be a large number of Latin workers and that have questionable paperwork. Now, how convenient is it for an agency such as ICE, such as Homeland, to actually produce a list of employers to employers of employees with questionable paper. It's handed over just like a memo, and the employer is responsible for clearing their actual name, with the majority of the questionable employees resigning. So that's the tactic that they lean towards, so there is no animosity with the actual community. Now, after giving this list, these employees return. I won't get into the details how they're able to do it, but they return to work until the next list comes out. So you can see a pattern of how certain agencies actually kind of pick and choose their tactics. And in San Diego, they have to actually kind of plan ahead before being in a backlash from actual from the community. And a perfect example of that is a park called Chicano Park that is in San Diego. And in 1970, a piece of dirt land under the Coronado Bridge, which is prime property, by the way, because it's very close to industrial and it's right across the bay from beautiful Coronado Island, in which I have a video I'm going to do here shortly on that one, how they run a little bit thuggish on that side also. So they proposed to put a highway patrol station, a substation right underneath the bridge between the communities of Chicano Park, which is just right in the heart of Logan Heights, and the shipbuilding yards. So this substation was planned to go up, and the community did not accept that. They stood their ground. They actually got together, and when I say got together, I'm talking about like different communities. You had Logan, you had Sherman, you had Shelltown, you had National City, you have Old Town National City, Chula Vista, and Otay in that particular area, and a lot of actual families went out there with picks and forks and created and built a park for the community, and actually rejected and refused them to build a substation for the Highway Patrol. That happened in 1970, in April 1970, and still has been Chicano Park since then, with a lot of actual events going on there, including car shows and a lot of traditional Aztec type ceremonies. And they said it was for more like the Aztlan history and stuff, but I never learned it. I never learned that history, and so it might have been just for that community maybe, but not for the broader Mexican heritage around the county. And when it comes to that, a certain group out of East County, for some reason or another, decided to have a pizza party at that park and tried to actually throw their weight around that park. Well, that didn't last long. The community got out there, the word got out there, and I'm not talking about gang members either. I'm talking about people from the community. They pushed this group out. This group was assisted by the local police department in actually getting out there in a safely manner. We just don't do that in a community that has many ties and many other communities around there to support them. So that failed. And that's just another quick short history on how immigration is actually executed throughout the county of San Diego. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Talk to you guys later.